So come onto your mats with your knees bent, if that's okay. And have your arms down beside you. Chin maybe gently drawn in towards the chest. Eyes lightly closed. And take some time to arrive and settle. It's lovely if this door is on. I'm going to close it just in case. And just take some time to drop into the back of the body. Notice any gripping in the shoulders, around the eyes, jaw. So as you take this time to settle, just have that sense of support underneath you. Leaving everything that's not relevant to this practice to one side as best as you can. So this is your time, a time to be with yourself and for yourself. And as you soften the mind and are gentle with your thoughts, this often allows the muscles in the body too to soften. And then tune into your breath. Notice how you're breathing. Without trying to modify the breath in any way, just allow the breath. Begin to notice the breath. And as you invite the breath down into that soft space of the belly, begin to allow that release of the diaphragm. So the belly feels soft. As we breathe in, we have this lovely prana energy at this time of the year. We breathe in this prana into all of the cells of the body, energizing and nourishing. And then that slightly longer out breath. With its sense of release. And as human beings, we have a tendency to consider progress in terms of adding, accumulating, amassing, striving, doing. And yet, in many ways, the underlying quality of progress is in the shedding, is in the release, and is in the undoing. So as you breathe, just notice how the quality of the out-breath offers this sense of undoing. And it's that we'll take into our practice during this session. And there's been a lot of accumulating recently. So we'll work with some releasing, some undoing. And with that in mind, the tendency is to work up to a count of 4 in and 8 out. But we'll work up to that, so we'll start slowly. And we're going to include the arms here. So start with the arms down beside you with the palms facing in towards the body. The back of the neck is long and the chin's drawn in. And we're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 4 as we raise and lower the arms. So we inhale, raise the arms up, take them back 2, 3, take them back further, and 4, take them all the way behind us. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, as we lower them to the ground. So just continue in this way, inhaling 2, 3, and 4. And exhaling 2, 3, and 4. You might choose to include the Ujjayi control at the throat, where we close the throat slightly. The tongue sits on the roof of the mouth. The sound of the breath in the throat anchors us to the present moment. And it also offers us that tendency to slow down even further. Notice how it feels. So we move from thinking to feeling now into the body. Work into the fingers. Begin to open up the lungs and the rib cage. And then as we begin to increase the out-breath, next time that you take the arms back, take them back for a count of 4 and breathe out for a count of 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. And continue. On the next exhalation, 6, and so on, until you get to 8. And if you find that there's any strain in the breath, then maybe stay at an exhale for 6 or for 7. So we're mindful not to create any stress in the breath. We just breathe in for about 80% of our capacity. Continue with the count of 8. So repeat the 4 in and the 8 out. And as you breathe out for that count of 8 or your chosen count, have a sense of undoing. Soften the shoulders. Pause at the end of the exhale. And take a momentary pause at the end of the inhale. Notice how the body responds to the movement of the arms and the breath in this way. And have that sense of undoing. 2 more rounds in this way. When you've completed your final round, pause in your semi-supine position. And then raise both arms up, interlace the fingers above the heart. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Slowly take both arms back overhead. Extend into the heels of the hands. Extend the right leg long and the left leg long. Point the toes towards you as you gently draw the lower ribs in and allow the navel to draw towards the spine. And as you release the arms back down beside you, bring the right knee in towards you, hug the right knee, and bring the left knee in to meet it into Uttanasana. And just pause here with the knees into the chest, either the hands around the front of the knees or behind the backs of the knees. And again, allow that out breath to undo in the lower back. So very gradually the thighs come towards the belly, and there's a sense of release and undoing in the lower back. Shoulders are soft, face is relaxed, and the breath moves gently into the belly and out from the belly. Hey. And then we'll do a little bit of strengthening the abdomen. So place the hands on the knees and move them away from the body. Keep the feet lifted so that the lower legs are level with the ground. And then raise the arms. So the knees move a little bit away from you, and this engages the belly. Already we might find that the belly begins to weave the muscles together. The muscles begin to knit together. And then from here, keeping the palms facing each other and the arms raised, slowly drop the right foot down and notice what happens to the muscles on the right side of the belly. And then raise it back up. Left side, left foot goes down and return. And just continue in that way, the movements coming from the belly. Begin to feel that those muscles are knitting together as you lower and raise the leg. Keep the back of the waist drop down into the mat. Let's take one more round here. The thighs engage as well. And then from here, return to Uttanasana and draw the knees in towards you. And good, sense of release. Really use the out breath. And then drop the feet down onto the mat, arms down beside you. Little work on the lower back. So circling the lower back, press the tailbone down, back of the right hip, back of the waist, and back to the tailbone. And begin to, again, we're waking up the belly as we release in the lower back. Easing out any tightness here, any friction. pressing into those 4 areas. Keep the shoulders soft. Notice the tendency to tighten the shoulders. Take one more round in this way. And then when you return to the tailbone, pause here. And then the opposite direction, tailbone, back of the opposite hip. Press the back of the waist, hip back to the tailbone. Try to keep the legs stable so that the movement is just in the lower back. Good. Let's take one more round in this way. And then when you return to the tailbone, pause. And just allow that lower back to settle, to soften, to widen. And then from the belly, slowly, inhale, exhale, drop the right knee to the ground, out to the side, inhale, center. Left knee drops out to the ground, and inhale, center. Continue to work in this way, using the out breath again as that sense of undoing in the hips. Each out breath may be allowing the knee to come a little bit closer to the ground. Take one more round in this way. And when you've completed that, maybe bringing the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to drop out to the side, and gently place the hands on the thighs. And if the knees complain, take the feet away from the groin. Drop the back of the waist down, and again, notice any gripping, any holding on. Use the out breath to allow the knees and the hips to release. Keep softening. Breaths in the belly. Let's take one more breath here. And then to counterpose that, use the hands underneath the legs on the outside. Bring the knees together, separate the feet, and just pause there. Again, tune into the breath. Good. And then knees into chest, Uttanasana. From here, inhale, take both arms back, raise both legs up. Pause, exhale, return the knees in towards the chest. Inhale, extend, open, and exhale. Encourage the heels to be a little bit higher than the toes. Feel that the limbs emerge from the belly. One more round in this way. And then when the knees return back into the body, pause there and drop the left foot down. Keep that right knee in towards you and then gently encourage it out towards the right shoulder. Now, for some of us, this might be enough, or you might choose to use a strap or a sock to raise the lower right leg up and hold the outside of the foot. So a strap can be helpful here around the foot as you gently take the foot out to the side, but the lower leg is upright, so the sole of the foot is facing up towards the ceiling. And again, just have that sense of undoing into the right buttock. If you're working more strong, you're extending that left leg long. But if there's any pull in the lower back, then bend the left leg. And just gently encourage that right knee towards the right armpit. Let's take one more breath here. And then gently release the strap, release the foot, give the knee a hug. Place the foot on the mat and windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. Easing out the lower back, and then the other side. Plant the right foot down, bring the left knee in towards you, either just gently working that left knee towards the left shoulder or raising the lower leg up and holding the outside of the foot. And if you have a long lower leg, then you just place a strap around the ball of the foot. And again, just encourage the knee towards the shoulder. Use the out breath to create that sense of undoing through the back of the thigh. If you're working more strong, the right leg is extended. Listen to how it feels. Listen to that natural intuition of the body. Take one more breath here. And then both knees come in. Use the strap over both feet or hold the outside edges of the feet. And again, with that sense of undoing and softening, we begin to move into stirrup posture. Back of the waist drops down, breaths in the belly. Face is relaxed, shoulders soft. Let's take one more breath here, deep inhale, deep exhale. And then release, bring the knees in towards you. Return to Uttanasana. And return the feet back down onto the mat and pause here. And allow that lower back again to soften and settle. Spinal twist, bring the feet together. Take the arms to shoulder level. Inhale, exhale, knees to one side, head opposite direction. Inhale, center, pause, and exhale to the opposite side. Again, that longer out breath. Have a sense of release through the spine. Allow the opposite hip to the side that you're going to raise up. Again, feel that sense of release through the belly as the knees drop down. And you may choose to continue in this way, especially if you're protecting your knees. Or you may choose to take that a little bit further by coming back to the center, separating the feet. Take the arms into cactus mode, which is where the elbows are out to the side, like a square arm. Inhale into the belly, exhale. Take both knees to one side. And if you're going to the right side, the left knee is encouraged down towards the ground. Center. over to the opposite side, the left side, the right knee is encouraged down. As you continue to twist in this way, again feel that release through the belly as you breathe out and the knees come down. Press into the backs of the arms, the backs of the hands. Let's take one more round in this way. And when you've completed, return back into the center and return the arms back down beside you. Pause here. Tune into the breath. Return the breath back down into the belly. And again for our bridge posture, to counter the twist, we'll work up to the 4-8, but beginning with that count of 4-4. So press down into the feet and to the palms of the hands. Inhale, lift the hips. 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, lower. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Silent count out, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So continue in this way, breathing in for a count of 4. And adding one extra out breath. Moving up to that count of 8. And again, that sense of undoing as you breathe out. Continue with that count of 8 or your chosen count. Release the tailbone at the end of the out breath. And when you've completed, again, just gently bring the knees in towards the chest, into Uttanasana. And circle the ankles. Spread the toes, begin to wake up the feet. And then drop the feet down. And take some resting breaths. Tune into the breath. And you may find that the mind is a little bit more pulled into focus now. A little bit more alert. And then come up to sit either rolling onto your side or coming up. Come up and sit on something, maybe a blanket or a block. So there's a little bit of height in the back body. So the spine is nice and upright. Have the arms down beside you, fingers in contact with the ground, just gently rooting down through the fingers. As you root down through the sitting bones, allow the collarbones to be nice and wide, crown of the head moves up. And then as you inhale, turn the palms up and begin to gently allow the arms to raise up as if you're reaching up for the sky. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms upwards. Gaze up towards the backs of the hands. Keep rooting down through the sitting bones, so the sides of the waist are lifted, and then gently release the hands down. Keep seated on your blocks and extend the legs long. Into Dandasana. Again, point the fingers down, so coming up onto the fingertips, palms are lifted. Bring the toes towards you so that you begin to work the calf muscles and then point the toes away. And this again begins to pump the blood up into the heart. So Dandasana with the movement of the feet. One more round in this way. And then bend the right leg. Either the right foot stays inside the leg, or for a slightly stronger version, take the right foot over the left leg. Gently encourage the right knee towards you. We're going to move into a twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana, right hand forward, palm facing in. Keep the back of the left leg, back of the left knee down. Inhale, raise that right arm up, gaze up to the fingers. Turn the palm away, take it behind you, press into that hand, draw the right knee in as you begin that process of turning to gaze over the right shoulder. Keep the right sitting bone rooted down, soften into it as you turn. Root down through the right big toe joint, breathe into the belly and breathe out. And soften as you breathe out. Notice any gripping in the muscles. Good. Take one more breath here. And then that back hand comes forward in reverse order if we did. We took it back and we released that right leg down and we shake the legs out. Left side, either the left foot is planted inside the right leg or you take the left foot over, root down through that big toe joint, left sitting bone down. Left palm into the center line, reach the fingers forward, take the hand up, gaze up to the fingers, turn the palm away, take it down behind you. That gradual process of turning. The back of the right knee drops down, spine's upright, the gaze is soft, the jaws relax, and the breath moves into the belly and out from the belly. So it's a lovely way of purifying, detoxifying the internal organs. Breathe into the belly and breathe out from the belly. Take one more breath here. And then slowly that back hand comes up. Look up to the fingers and forward. So a little bit of work into the neck. Release the left leg. Shake the legs out. Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, slowly come into that forward bend. Soften into it. Backs of the knees can remain soft if they need to. Inhale, come up. And again, slightly longer out breath as we move into the forward bend. Try not to drop the head. If the eyes were open, the gaze would be beyond the toes. Exhale, soften, lengthen. Again, that sense of undoing as you breathe out. Take one more breath here. And this time at the end of the out breath, just pause there. Maybe the hands are on the legs, maybe they're at the toes. But just have a sense of softening into that forward bend. So the work is done here. The lengthening is coming from the lower back. Maybe you can clasp the big toes with the index fingers. Maybe the hands are here. It's fine. Collarbones nice and wide. But just have a sense of lengthening through the back body. Without striving, without judging. So the out breath affords us this wonderful forward motion. One more breath here. And then deep inhale, the arms come up. Gaze up between the hands. Exhale, take the arms out to the side. Pause in Dandasana, bring the toes towards you, lift the collarbones. Okay. And then from here, shake the legs out. Swing the legs round into Vajrasana. So we're sitting back on the heels in Vajrasana. Use your props if you need to, especially if your knees are challenged. So maybe the props go between the backs of the thighs and the backs of the calves. Have the hands on the thighs with the palms facing uppermost. So this allows the shoulders to drop back and down. Pause here. The breath is in the belly. Feel that sense of release through the front surface of the feet. Bring the left hand down beside you. Inhale, right arm comes up. Gaze up to the fingers of the right hand. Reach. Bring the right hand down. Left hand comes up. And return. Release your props. Come onto all fours. Spread your fingers, cat-cow posture. Have the toenails facing the ground. Inhale, drop the belly. Collarbones nice and wide. Pause here. Exhale again, offering that sense of undoing as we press into the hands. Inhale. Into wake up the spine. Work into the joints of the fingers. Let's take one more round here. After your exhalation, you're going to do a little bit of work on the shoulders. So coming into your tabletop, which is your neutral cat, and then take the hands nice and wide, and then roll the left shoulder down as you soften the right elbow, and then center, roll the right shoulder down as you soften the left elbow, and center. 2 more rounds in this way. And when you've completed your round, take the hips back towards the heels, have the arms forward. Separate the knees slightly so the belly drops through the center. Drop the head down and take some resting breaths. Come back onto all fours. Bring the wrists underneath the shoulders. Take the right leg back, tuck the toes under. Keep the neck nice and strong so the gaze is forward. And as you press into the ball of that right foot, begin to encourage the right heel down towards the ground. And then return. Left side, take the left leg back. Tuck the toes under, come onto the ball of the left foot. Encourage the left heel down towards the ground. Open up the back of the knee. And then return. Gently into your downward dog. So bring the hands forward, tuck the toes under, nice and slowly. Into your downward dog. Press into the hands. Allow the neck to be nice and relaxed. So yes, no with the head. And as you breathe out, navel draws back towards the spine. Take one more breath in this way. And then when you drop down to the knees, take the hips back towards the heels, take the weight off the hands. From here, we're going to open up the side body by taking the right hand to the right side, left hand follows the right hand. Right hand moves a little bit further over, left hand follows. And just continue in this way until you find that you can really feel that quality of opening down the left side of the body. Hips drop back towards the heels and maybe allow the head to drop onto the ground or onto a block or a cushion. And take the breath into the left side of the ribs. Feel that opening down the left side. And then from here, slowly walk the hands back into the center. And then to the opposite side. And just do that sort of incrementally so that you're not moving too fast. Again, until you can feel that opening down the right side. The head drops down so it's fully supported. Breathing into the side body. Let's take one more breath here. And then come back into the center. Return back onto all fours. Turn the palms in so that the middle fingers are facing each other. Again, take the right leg back, tuck the toes under. Again, we're going to do a little bit of work on the shoulders as well as the leg now. Raise the right leg up. Just in line with the body. Inhale. Exhale, lower the chest and the chin as the elbows come out to the side and the leg raises up. And then deep inhale to return, pressing into the hands. So we exhale, chest and chin come down. Leg raises, deep inhale, press into the hands to return. One more time on the right side. Inhale. Change legs, drop the right knee, take the left leg back, tuck the toes under, raise that left leg up. Inhale, exhale down, and inhale up. Exhale down, and inhale up. Final time, exhale down, and inhale up. And then release the hands, long arm child pose, take the hips back towards the heels, drop the head down, and tune into the breath. Good. And then from here, come up onto all fours. Bring both hands to the left knee and bring the right foot forward. So right foot forward, plant the right foot down, rise up and bring the hands onto the right knee, drop the tailbone down. Inhale. Back toes can be tucked under or they can be flat. Exhale forward and back. Exhale forward and back. One more time in this way. Exhale forward and back. Good. And then from here, keep the knee over the ankle. Raise the arms out to the side, palms facing forward. Lift and open the chest. Root down through that front foot. Inhale, exhale, turn to your open side, your left side. Exhale, left. Look into the backhand. Inhale, center. To the right side, exhale. And center. Once more in this way, exhale. And center. Final time. Exhale into the twist, into the belly, and center. Bring both hands down, frame the front foot into downward dog, tuck the back toes under, move into your downward dog, hang out in your downward dog, soften the right knee, lengthen through the left leg, soften the left knee, lengthen through the right leg. Drop both knees down, walk the hands towards the right knee and bring the left foot forward. Rise up onto the left knee over the ankle, back toes can be tucked under or they can be flat, whatever's your preference. Tailbone drops down, inhale, exhale forward, and you're feeling this undoing through the right hip flexor here. Exhale. Collarbones nice and wide. One more time, exhale, and return. Keep the knee over the ankle, inhale, take the arms out to the side, palms facing forward. Just connect to that tailbone, drop the tailbone down as if there's a weight drawing it down into the earth. Good. Inhale, exhale to the right side, look into the backhand, and center. Opposite side, into the twist, and center. One more time in this way, exhale, and exhale. Transition into downward dog, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes under into downward dog. Hang out in your downward dog. Inhale, drop down onto your knees, drop the belly, take the head back, release the toes, exhale back and down. Inhale back into cat, hollow. Exhale, tuck the toes into downward dog. Down onto the knees, drop the belly, cow. Release the toes, exhale back and down. One more round in this way, inhale. Little vinyasa to release the spine, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, drop down onto the knees. And exhale back and down. Send the knees nice and wide so the belly comes through the center. Relax the arms and take some resting breaths. Slowly come up to stand. If you're happy to come into a squat, then bring the hands towards you, tuck the toes under, the knees come nice and wide out to the side. If the knees complain, come all the way up. And then drop the heels down and come up to stand. Stand nice and tall, root down through your feet, or open the window. Last week, if you were here, or the week before, we shook the hands out, so we noticed how much friction that we hold in the hands. So really shake the hands out. Good. And then into a figure of 8. And into the heels of the hands. We push the heels of the hands away. And then the backs of the hands move away. So the backs of the wrists move away. Good. Really opening up the wrists. Good. Release the hands down beside you. Separate the feet. Again, we're looking at a side opener. So we raise the arms up. Hold the right wrist with the left hand and just begin to encourage that arm across the body, pressing into the feet. And again, that sense, use the out breath from the belly to undo.
Lots of undoing down through the side body. And then back to the center, opposite way. And it's as if the arm emerges from the belly. It's a very gentle opening, so there's no tugging or pulling. The more that we ground through the feet, the more we get that quality of opening. Good. And then center. Bring the hands back to the center. Place them on the hips. A little bit of undoing through the hips. Just soften one knee. And then the opposite knee. Good. And then just continue in that way. And feel that there's this release of the hips, tendencies for the hips to get quite stuck. Hips all about moving forward. And then as you drop one knee, lift the opposite heel. Lift the heel. So you're lifting the heel. Good. One more round. And sometimes the most subtlest of movements have the biggest impact. Good. And then root down through both feet, have the arms down beside you. Our skiing motion where we inhale, raise the arms up beside the ears, and then exhale, soften the knees forward. Good. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, press into the feet to come up, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. This time when the arms come up, take them out to the side, palms facing forward, bring them back. One palm on top of the other, take the energy back down into the belly. So whenever the palms facing up, whenever the energy rises up, we drop it back down into the belly. Inhale up, exhale down, arms out to the side, and return, drop the energy down. Inhale up, exhale down. Good, release the hands, pause. So we're never looking to overheat the body by working up into the head. Always we return the energy back into the belly. Good. Parsvottanasana, flank stretch, right foot forward, left foot turns out slightly, hands on the hips, shoulders nice and soft. You can bend the front knee if you need to. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. From the hips, exhale, forward bend. Inhale, press into the front foot to come up. Go again, exhale. As if you're bowing towards that front leg. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. This time when you come down, pause there. Bring the belly towards the thigh. Soften that front knee. Bring both hands down to frame that front foot. Walk the hands forward and allow the back leg to float up as you straighten the right leg. Step the feet together. Inhale, arms bring you up out to the side, all the way up. And exhale, hands return to the heart. Return to your breath. Other side. Right foot back, turn the foot out slightly. Line up the hips. Make sure the foot's not behind the leg. So it's like on your train tracks. Soft shoulders, nice wide collarbones. Forward, soft gaze. Back of the neck nice and long. Inhale, exhale forward. Inhale up, press into the front foot to come up. Exhale. Inhale. Again, feel that opening through the backs of the legs. Next time you come down, soften that front knee, release the hands, frame the front foot, and then very gradually walk the hands forward and just allow the back leg to float up. And step the feet together. Soft knees, inhale, arms bring you up, all the way up. Hands return back to the heart. Pause here, hands by the heart, by the hridaya, where the in-breath meets the out-breath. Tune into the breath. From here, vinyasa, so we do it together. Deep inhale. Pause. Deep exhale. Halfway. Out through the mouth. Soft knees. Inhale up. And return to the heart. Keep the breath in the belly. Go again. Let go of the head. One more time in this way. When the hands return to the heart, drop the head towards the hands. And then into a lunge, so same vinyasa, but with a lunge, inhale up, forward bend. Halfway. Left leg back, looking forward. Again, that little bit of motion, back leg floats up, step the feet together, soft knees, inhale, arms bring you up, all the way up, palms together, and exhale, hands return to the heart. Right side, inhale. Right leg back, drop the hips, lift the chest, little bit of motion again through the body, back leg floats up, step the feet, inhale all the way up, and exhale, hands return to the heart. Again with the left leg, variation here, so we inhale, forward bend, halfway, out to the mouth, left leg back, looking forward, flat back foot into warrior one. So flat back foot with the back foot turned out slightly, inhale, arms bring you up, all the way up into warrior one. Line up the hips, strong back leg, breath in the belly, soft gaze. From here into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So the right hand comes forward and the left hand windmills back. Modify the back foot, turn the back foot out slightly into warrior two. Gaze is soft and the breath is in the belly. And then reverse warrior, turn the front palm up, back hand on the back leg. As you slide the back hand down the back leg, look up to that top palm, either to the crease of the elbow or up to the palm if the neck allows. Breathing into the belly, out from the belly. Take one more breath here and windmill the arms forward.
Back arm comes up and forward. And then bring the back foot to meet the front foot. Pivot round on the ball of the foot. Step the feet together. Soft knees. Inhale up, all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Right side, inhale. Exhale. Halfway. Out through the mouth. Slowly take the right leg back. Looking forward. Into warrior one. So the back foot becomes flat, turned out slightly. Inhale, raise the arms up, all the way up into warrior one. Breathing into the belly and out from the belly. Soft gaze, creating strength and stamina. Into warrior two, so the right arm comes down, windmill the right arm down, left arm forward, modify the feet into warrior two. Soft, empty gaze, jaw relaxed, breath in the belly. Front palm up, back hand onto the back leg. Begin to slowly bring that front arm up, either looking into the crease of the elbow or into the palm. Again, that quality of opening, the more you slide the hand down the back leg, the more you get that sense of opening. If the neck doesn't like it, look directly to the side. And then from here, release the hand, pivot the feet round into your wide angle forward bend. Place the hands on the backs of the hips, slide them down the backs of the legs into your forward bend. And just let go here in that forward bend. Root down into the feet. Good. Inhale, hands onto the hips, come up halfway. Deep inhale, come up fully. Good. Turn the feet out a little way, the horse posture. Allow the knees to follow the feet. Drop the tailbone down and raise the arms into horse. Again, keep opening that sense of undoing, encouraging, widening. Cactus arms. Good. Feet nice and strong, legs nice and strong. Good. Let's take one more breath here. And then extend through the legs. Again, take the hands onto the backs of the legs. Slide the hands down the back legs. Toes pivot forward now, facing forward. Soften the right knee, take it to the right foot. Soften the left knee, take it over to the left foot. When you come back into the center, take both hands towards your front foot. Pivot the feet forward, so lift the back heel, so return to plank. Frame the front foot. Move into downward dog, so the front foot goes back into downward dog. Hang out in the downward dog. From here, come into plank. We use the whole of the body in plank posture. Draw the lower ribs in towards the belly. Heels move to the wall behind you, nice strong arms. And then gradually, slowly soften the elbows as you lower the body down onto its front. Turn the head to one side and take some breaths. Big toes come towards each other and the heels drop out to the sides. And breathe into the belly and out from the belly. Keep a connection with the breath. Little bit of work on the back body. So have the toenails facing the ground, so the heels are lifted. Have the chin on the mat, Take the arms into fists with the thumbs on the outside of the fists. Take the fists underneath the front of the body into the groin area with the chin on the mat. Use the in-breath and the fists to raise the legs up, keeping the chin down, and exhale to lower. 3 times in this way. Inhale and lower. Inhale and lower. Good. Release the hands. Swing the right arm forward into Sphinx. Left arm forward into Sphinx. Again, have that sense that as you breathe out, there's a release through the belly as the crown of the head moves uppermost. Collarbones nice and wide. From the tailbone, begin to turn to gaze over the right shoulder, very slowly, again, incrementally, as you turn. Feel it in the lower back. It's a wonderful way to release in the lower back. As if you were looking towards the back foot, without tilting the head. And then center. And then the other side from the tailbone. Keep drawing on the forearms to keep that lift up through the heart, through the chest. And then when you center, move directly into child pose to finish the physical part of the posture. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Give to the hands, hips, move back towards the heels. Drop the forehead down, arms down beside the body, knees a little wide so the belly can drop through the center, and take some breaths. Breathe into that space at the back of the heart, between the shoulder blades. Good. And then coming up to sit for your pranayama practice. Again, return to your blankets or your blocks. Nice upright spine. And we're going to return to our count of 4-4 with a view to leading up to 4-8. But what's important here is that there's no stress in the breath. If we attempt to get to a number that isn't right for us, we just create stress in this mechanism, which kind of defeats the object. So we're only ever looking to work up to 80% of our breath capacity. So modify in any way that feels right. So Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath, and we begin with a count of 4 in and 4 out. So close the right nostril, middle finger, index finger at the brow, spine nice and upright. Inhale for a count of 4, up through the left nostril to the brow center. Close the left nostril, exhale for a count of 4, out through the right. Inhale for a count of 4, up through the right to the brow, pause there, and exhale out for 4 through the left. Continue to work in this way. Maybe include the Ujjayi control of the throat. Allow the breath to be steady and to be easeful. Slow, steady count. After your next exhalation out through your left nostril, in for 4 and out for a count of 6. If that feels okay to you. You may choose to continue with a count of 4, 6, but for those that feel that they have the capacity to gently move up to 4, 8, then please do so. So in for 4 and out for a count of up to 8. Again, the Ujjayi control of the throat will slow that breath down, slow that count down. When you've next taken the breath out through the left nostril, so you've fully completed your round, release your hand. And slowly lie down. Make sure that you're nice and comfortable. If you need anything underneath your knees or a blanket, so as you lie in Shavasana and we prepare for Yoga Nidra, where we move our attention around the body and relax those parts of the body in turn, we're reminded that Yoga Nidra is an inner journey. Sometimes referred to as a portal to that part of you that's all-knowing. It is said that there is a part of you beyond the thinking mind that is all-knowing, boundless, beyond space and time. So, as you relax, we return to our theme of undoing. We'll just take some time to notice the breath and to notice the breath in the belly. And to allow the belly to rise as you breathe in and to drop back as you breathe out. So that there's a sense of inner undoing. Any grasping, any holding on internally. Just allow the out-breath, that sense of undoing in the belly as you breathe. And then dropping your attention down into your feet. And as you breathe out, feel the feet relax and have a sense of undoing any tightness, any holding, any gripping in the feet. Breathe out and undo the ankles. And you sometimes notice that the feet flop out to the sides when the ankles are undone. Feel safe and comfortable as you undo the calves, around the knees and the thighs. As you breathe out, undo the hips and the buttocks. And then moving up to the shoulders, undo the shoulders and allow them to drop down away from the ears. Undo the shoulder blades, allow them to soften. And have a sense that as you breathe out, you're undoing the upper arms, elbows, and the lower arms. Undo the wrists and all the little bones inside of the wrists. Undo the fingers and the thumbs. And undo the palms of the hands, any tightness in the palms of the hands. Moving up to the collarbones and have a sense of undoing the collarbones. Allow them to be wide, soft. As you undo any holding on in the throat, allow the throat area to be open and wide. Undo the hinges of the jaw, sides of the mouth, sides of the eyes, and the eyebrows. And allow each out-breath to continue that sense of undoing. And as you relax, have a sense of self. Have a sense of being whole and complete. As you rest. And begin to start to slowly return back into your body. And begin to breathe a little bit more deeply. Open the eyes and maybe wriggle fingers and toes. And then in your own time, roll over onto your side, take some breaths on your side. And then slowly come up to sit. Namaste.